Hey my friend, Osho, one of the most controversial and yet greatest spiritual teachers of this world, got asked the following question in one of his lectures. What do I want? And this is probably one of the most profound and deepest spiritual questions of human existence. Because if you really think about it, it dictates and determines all of your actions, all of your decisions. What do I want to eat for breakfast? What kind of relationships do I want to live? What kind of marriage do I want? What kind of children do I want? What work do I want to do for the rest of my life? What purpose do I want to follow? What are my true goals in life? All of these questions determine and dictate where your life is heading and what you are thinking about all the time and how you plan your life. And in this lecture, Osho elaborates that the answer depends on the seeker, on the questionnaire, because it depends on which layer this person is identified at. And therefore, Osho tells the audience that you can be identified at 3 dimensions: the physical, mental, and heart dimension. So if you are identified at the physical body, or the first layer, pretty much, then your concerns and all of your thoughts will only regard sex or food, only these 2 things. It's very simple. It's like a pendulum. Either you want sex or food. All of your attention and priorities will lie on these 2 things. Then there's the second layer, which is the mind, which is on a higher priority and on a higher level. And also elaborates and explains that this does not mean it is better, it is just on a higher hierarchy. So if you are on that layer identified, you will more likely be concerned with topics like philosophy, poetry, dance, music and art. But also your challenges and problems will lie there, like ruminating, worrying and thinking about all of the problems of this world. This will be your alpha and omega, your thinking, your mind. But there's also the third layer, the heart layer, which is even higher than the mind. And Osho tells that people who are identified there are only concerned about their feelings and emotions. They become more alert, more loving and more sensitive. But also your decisions will be strongly and primarily be dictated by your emotions. So these are the 3 layers of your existence. But there's even a 4th layer, which Osho explains later, and that is the transcendence level, where all of your desires disappear. There's no past, there's no future, there's only the present moment, only the now, where the question does not even exist anymore. What do I want? When I listened to Osho's words and wisdom for the first time about what people truly want, it strongly resonated with me because it integrates deep beliefs that I already called my own, which is that every human being is born equally with an abundant amount of skills and resources to understand and claim for us what is ours. And if we don't understand that and don't realize that we can actually develop and grow out of our current circumstances, go beyond our limitations, then we will be stuck there and we will be focusing on the same issues for the rest of our life. So this was the first thing that I truly felt deeply, because when you look in the world, you see all of these people who are concerned about these stupid, simple things. But there's so much more to life to earn and to harvest the deep potential that we all want and we all have. Because if we really reflect, we want to live a life of true purpose, where we not are dictated by some artificial goal that our society or our family put onto us, so that our human ego is satisfied once we reach that goal, losing all of these moments on the way there, only to say at some point, I reached that, I earned $1 million, I got this job, I got this reputation, which in the end is just meaningless. We want true fulfillment of our potential. Everyone, therefore the goal is the transcendence state. So if you listen carefully now, you would see that we have these 4 dimensions, and every individual would instantly evaluate this and say, I want to reach this 4th dimension where I have no goals, no desires. So my desire is now to reach the 4th dimension, which is a contradiction in and of itself, because you will never reach that moment if you still have the desire to reach that point. So it is more about understanding the spiritual quest in and of itself, that this is a state which you can reach by fully being present and not by attempting to reach something for the higher good, to gain the status at some point in your life. Yes, I'm the greatest, I'm so good, I'm on the 4th transcendence levels and you guys are on the lower levels, you are less valuable than me, I'm better than you. No, it's not about that. But it's so tempting for the human ego to fall into this trap and think, this is now what I want to thrive for. But it is not really about making this as a goal for yourself to reach this state. It is more about living a life devoted to the spiritual liberation of your own nature. Because in the end, this is your birthright. You want to fulfill your potential, all of the moments you have in this life, and not reach at the end of your life at 80 or 90 years old some artificial goal and tell yourself, now I've made it. No, you want to harness and harvest the juice and the life of every moment you get. And this is the message Osho wanted to convey. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe right here, and if you want to watch another one, you can click right here. I'll see you in the next one. Much love.